Halibut tagging 101, opercular tagging. Start with the basic tools required. The halibut tagging needle, a curved pointed needle with a hollow back. The wire tag that slips into the back of the wire tagger. And various pliers. This will be depending on your preference. I like to use just the blunt-ended lineman's pliers, and long-nose pliers are also considered useful for holding the wire, and I'll show you that in a second. So what you're trying to do when you wire tag a halibut is wrap the tag around the preopercular bone, which there's actually a couple of them, but it's this arc-shaped bone, and you can feel the soft cheek in front of it. So you're going to go underneath in the sulcus that's underneath there, and then the tagging wire comes out the other side and wraps around. So take your tagging needle, insert your tag into it. It is highly convenient, especially with a floppy fish, to put a little hook on the back end of it, so that when you pull the tag through, it'll hook on there instead of pulling all the way through, and then you'd have to do it again. So it'll depend on the size of the fish. The bigger the fish, the wider it's going to be down here, and the higher you're going to have to come up to get around it. And this one right about here is a fairly ideal spot. You go underneath, and then it'll come up, should come up right about here. One. Either pull it through by hand, or sometimes if you've got a thick fish, you'll need to kind of start it with the pliers. Push it through. In a live fish, this is actually one of the things they like least, is having a hole put in their head. Do a lot of other things to them without them moving, and they'll often flop around with that, which again is why it's good to have that little hook on there. And pull it back so it's centered. And this is going to be a critical part. The twist has to be, the two wires have to twist around each other. And some people like to hold the two wires with a pair of long noses, or sometimes you can just do it without. I'll do it with the long noses because it'll make it easier to see. And then your two wires are coming across each other at about a 90-degree angle. And then you want to twist them both simultaneously. You can do it with pliers. To get started, you can often do it by hand, depending on how slippery your hands are. When you get done, you get that nice spiral. The two wires around each other, and then can clip them off.